Hi, my name is Chris Wagstaff, and I want to tell you about ministry for young people in Kenya. Don't know how many years ago, in the year 2000, I had a vision when I was in church, and from that vision, I understood that there was going to be bloodshed and like something similar to civil war um, in a country which, when I talked with God, I realized was Kenya, and I was deeply disturbed by this. And as I just came sort of back into the focus on the service and the people around me, I was like, Lord, what can I do? Is there anything I can do to help your people before this time? Maybe it's going to be so much bloodshed, there's not going to be anything left. And I felt suddenly the Lord put a great burden, a great compassion in my heart for young people in Kenya. Up until that time, previous 10 years, I'd been spending a lot of time, a lot of energy working with young people in Liverpool. But now the Lord had redirected my heart towards young people in Kenya. And so we started preparing, and in 2004, my wife and I, and my children, including our 1.5-year-old daughter, we set out to Kenya to meet some friend of friends there, and they helped us find students. So we got to the derelict farm and set it up and started our first course for usually about 11-month course. The students come on, they come and they're residential, they stay there with us, and we thought it was going to be 1 year that we were going to go and then hand over, but we ended up staying 5.5 years. And before we left, we trained up young people who had graduated and gone through the course, and now, of course, are married and have children of their own. And at the moment, Elizabeth and Eliakim are leading that work really successfully and mentoring young people. Just to explain what happens, it's a farm. So during the day, the students wake up, they have their time with the Lord, their quiet time, and then they spend the daytime working on the farm and trying to get it to be successful. It's we have a lot of it's a green farm, and we use renewable energy. So we have solar, we have wind power, and we have a methane plant, which means recycling cow manure to produce gas which they can cook on instead of cutting down trees to cook on. So we try and educate them in renewable energies and the whole idea of green farming. But more than that, our focus is on helping these disadvantaged young people just to learn the basics of life, to learn how to look after themselves, to learn how to be upright, to have integrity, to be honest, to be accountable, to work together with different tribes that they've never worked before together with. And it did happen. It did happen in the year 2000, sort of Christmas 2000, leading up to early 2008. There were tribal clashes because of the elections, and they were very, very bloody tribal clashes. And it even came to our town of Gilgil. Even though we're sort of in the villages, we're in the sticks, our nearest town was Gilgil. And it was very scary, but we stayed during that time, my wife and I, my children, and sort of stuck with our brothers and sisters, as it were, in Kenya. And so obviously Kenya has recovered from that time, but not completely. It's still volatile, the situation. I'm asking if you would pray about supporting Camp Jabez, and pray for Camp Jabez and the young people there and the work we do. Thank you for listening. God bless.